Hello, Team Flower, and welcome back to the Always Lyra podcast. I'm your host, Ariana Redondo. For those of us watching on YouTube, we have the two versions. We have the audio version and we have the video version. I decided to set it up the same way as last time because, yes, we did just move. We hear the ambulance literally coming by right now as soon as I start the episode. So all the vibrations are high and rising. That's what it means. But also, I kept the stuffed animals because you all seem to like them so much. Oh, there he goes. There goes the ambulance. Just, life happens. And that's Winnie Pooh and Julia and the Hocus Pocus cushion like last time. I'll change them up. One of the things I always kept since my childhood are my love for stuffed animals. Even though I'm a minimalist and I donate clothes and books and stuffed animals, I learned to release them, even though sometimes a little bit too difficult, but I still learned to release them. There's still quite a few that I do have here with me, thankfully, and then back home in the States that I still have to be shipped over. So you'll be seeing them. You know, that's who I am. I love stuffed animals. So anyways, today's episode is a topic that I really do enjoy. And I thought about it because I thought to bring it up basically as another little life reminder on this Motivational Monday. So the sentence, the topic, the quote maybe even is, do the hard thing now so your future self can thank you. And before we get to the whole nitty-gritty of the hustle and bustle of like, I should do 1,000 things today so like I'll be happier tomorrow. No. I don't believe in the hustle. Or in that I gotta work 16-hour days to like be a multi-billionaire, to make my company grow, to this, that, we could talk about divine energy and divine energy, but we could talk about feminine energy and masculine energy and the balance between all that some other time in more spiritual, holistic kind of way. What I'm trying to say, yes, you could have a business mindset for your job, for literally growing your business and your empire, for anything that you like, and I completely understand, and I also understand that because I do that a whole lot. However, the whole need for, doing everything the way that the old school did it, we're a brand new earth, it's a new earth, I keep mentioning this, and many of the things I do and the ways you guys hear me, whereas the TikToks or Instagram, as well as on the podcast. I believe in going with the flow and listening to your heart. So for me, even comes when I structure my business, yes, I'm really structured and organized, and I know I'm getting the right things done because I feel it in my heart. But I'm also not going to be like, oh my God, the algorithm wants me to post at this time, or I should be on every single social media. I'm technically there. I'm technically on Facebook and on Pinterest. They do not have my attention at all, like Facebook at all, for years, for like over 2 years. And Pinterest, I lost interest a while ago just because. I love TikTok. I've always loved TikTok, by the way, so it's always been really fun for me, and now more and more it's like the easiest way I get to talk to you guys with comments and like video responses, so it makes my life even better. Not only because I get to talk to you, but like it's so much faster and easier, and like it's a more natural kind of way, it's vibe and sense. So I'm definitely super appreciative of that, without a doubt. So that aside, of a whole different side subject, the sentence is, do the hard thing now so your future self can thank you. Now, that's super important because much like I talked in a previous episode, which was a very long episode, so thank you for that. And I know how much you appreciated that because I read oh my God, thank yous for like all the comments and love that just so thankful. So thankful. This just means doing the inner work today. Doing that work today. Now. Doing the inner work is hard. It is one of the hardest things that you ever do, and it's something that you do on a constant basis. And when I say constant, it's an everyday-ish. That doesn't mean you can spend an hour every day journaling. It doesn't mean you spend an hour every day doing therapy, an hour every day. No, because we don't, technically speaking, most people don't have time for that. However, I do believe in the new earth once again. I'm seeing a lot of change. I'm seeing a lot of people changing their schedules, and not only their schedules, but changing where they work and how they work. So they put that work in because they are understanding that putting yourself first as a priority, it works, and that's where the world needs to be. So even that aside, once again, this is a very deep topic. Regardless of that, going through the shadow work requires a lot of strength, a lot of confidence in yourself, and a lot of discipline within yourself, because it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to look at yourself in the darkest kind of shade, not only of things that you've done to other people, or you said, or you felt, but also things that you've done to yourself that you haven't forgiven yourself yet, or that you don't realize are there. So all those little hard things that are like, oof, do I have to? I'm like, yes, babe, you have to. You have to, because if you want to become a better version of yourself, if you really want this enlightenment and this happiness and this gratefulness and this joy and moment, you have to go through the work. And going back to like the business, for example, like I always say, the people who have been with me day one, first of all, thank you. But even if you were started with me today, still thank you. Every single step, like we all, if you're talking about a business, if you're talking about an account, if you're talking about business in general, once again, it's like we all start with 0 followers, 0 clients, 0 everything, so you work your way up. You don't technically become famous overnight. You don't become verified overnight. It's the work that you put in. And it's something that week by week I really try to show through the podcast. And even though these are Motivational Mondays and they're not go to fly episodes, so I try to tend to make them shorter when I can, but they're different though. Like I'm here on Mondays, I'm here to motivate you to do move forward with your dreams and move forward with your goals and like make you feel even better by yourself. Whereas with, of course, the Go to Fly Wednesdays, it's a little bit more inner depth. Let's be real, learn and talk more about the deep issues. So you get a lot of my deep issues once again through TikTok and through Instagram, because I do write a lot of captions about it, or I do a lot of TikToks about it. And the point is, because of it, you need to see those hardships as well. So you don't see, not only you, because you're a person, I'm like, oh my God, I want you to see my growth. It's also like a self-reminder for myself to be like, holy fudge, look where I was and look where I am now. And oh my God, I felt really bad that day, or I cried my heart out, or it really, sucks that, I have health issues that I wasn't expecting and now I have to deal with them, and now I can't, like all these sorts of hardships that you do with yourself and that shadow work, it's day in, day out, and we're all living it in a very different way. And that's something we need to not only honor, but we also need to like understand that doing that hard work today is going to benefit our future self. So something super simple. Let's go back to a simple, example. What I always say. I started making the YouTube videos face-to-face, as you now currently see in the season. It's not only because I always wanted to do them, I've been asked to do them a million times. And I'm like, in the past, I did not have in season 1, season 2, the right location. Do I have the right location right now in season 3? No. I have background noise, I have a Bing Su meows, I have people who knock on my door. It's not the quietest, even though you guys hear me well for the most part, as far as I know. It's like, it's not ideal. But if I don't start doing the YouTube videos today, it's not that I lose you as a follower, or at least I hope not. That wouldn't be the reason why, but it could be. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of showing up for myself, because even within all the background noise and all the chaos of life, it's like, well, you know what? I'm going to start here, because a year from now, 6 months from now, 2 weeks from now, I can be in a studio. And it's like, oh, I made it. And you're like, well, that was easy. You only started YouTube videos 5 videos ago. I'm like, no, I started this season 3. I started wanting to do this over 2 years ago by now. I started my blog years on years ago that I still do. My blog is also very active, FYI, thealwaysbeliever.com. And you can also listen to my podcast there. So once again, that whole do the hard thing today so your future self can thank you can look like different things. Oh my goodness, fitness. You all talk to me about fitness all the time, being body positive, and you know what I mean, and all these sorts of things. Okay, so not only like fitness aside, for those who don't have health issues, who are like killing it at the gym and it's so painful because you're like, oh my God, these weights, oh my God, I'm so tired. It's 6 a.m, I have to go to work at 8. Your future self is going to thank you for that. Completely and utterly. Not only that, but like eating healthy and all that ish. For me, like going to rehab, like for my back and my leg, it's a pain that freaking sucks. Like I leave crying. And you're like, I didn't know you cry a lot. I'm like, I know. I release my emotions to crying, even when I'm happy. But still, do you not think that that's hard for me when I do those stretches that used to be so simple? I still do them because my future self wants to move more than anything. You gotta push through. And once again, please know this is in no way, shape, means, or forms means being in a toxic relationship with anybody, or being in a really shitty job, or really in a bad situation. No, that has nothing to do with that category at all. Nothing. Like literally nothing. This is more about self-improvement. This is more about doing the inner work. This is more about you putting yourself through the fire on purpose. You setting those boundaries. I have set so many boundaries this year. I'm so freaking proud. You setting those boundaries with yourself to respect your energy and your time and your ideas and your thoughts, because all the thoughts and feelings are totally valid. It's you doing that part of the work, saying, you know what, instead of going to a million things this weekend, I'm going to do one event with a friend, and the other day it's all about me. Things like that. Basically, you know. My next sentence, when I'm looking through my notes right now, it says, because we all know the easy way isn't the right way that aligns with you. What was the sentence again? No, not the one I read, the quote. It's the highest road is the least paved road, or something like that. Taking the high road, ride as well. Taking the high road is the hardest thing you could do as well. There's been so many different situation scenarios in my life previously, of course, previously on any of this life. Now, recently, in the past few months, literally last 2-3 months, literally, oh my goodness gracious. If you follow me on TikTok, you know. You really know. Anyways, there has been so many times that I had to put my ego in check. That I've had people talk down to me in different scenarios, family or not, just in different scenarios in general. And not only do I have to put boundaries on what am I allowing in my space, but at the same flip side, it's like, instead of fighting back, instead of me yelling at you, let me step back. Because this is not about me. This is about you and whatever you're going through. And this was many cases scenario in many different like life. The universe was like, are you ready to learn this lesson? Boom, 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 from all the sides. I have that TikTok that's like, oh, like, I'm not saying life is a bee, but like, she's really hitting me up right now. I posted that probably by now, like 2 months ago, seriously, and then a bunch of more, you know, information about what was going on after. But point being, like, it's true. And I've learned not only, once again, to put my boundaries firmly set on the ground and be like, this is who I am right now, this is what I need right now, this is literally what I need right now, so I can be better, so I can be a better version for myself, so my future self can thank me even more than it's thanking me right now. And I told you I cry for everything, but it's so true though, because I've gone through hell and back, and I've gone, not even hell and back, I just gone through hell and come out from the other side, you know, in the past 2 years. And then now presenting myself with these challenges, the universe, it's like, okay, boundary, like, let me put myself first. I'll give you time when I have the time, when I have the right kind of energy for you, because if I fight back, that's ego talking. If I fight back with you, that's literally like a confrontation after confrontation that we're not going to get anywhere, because I'm not in the right mindset. So regardless of that person, whoever that person is, was mindful of my reaction and respectful or not, I had to put the brakes down, take the higher road. I'm like, I'm gonna walk away because this is about you, not about me, in that kind of sense, because you're, you know, coming at me strong. And I was like, I'm doing what's right for me, and if you're not okay with that, then that's on you right now, because if not, I'm gonna end up being more destroyed, you know. And that's not the point of life. I mean, you're with yourself all day, every day. You're your own best friend. You are with you all day, every day. Like, there's no other way around it, you know. So like I said in the previous episode, which was 40 minutes long, I know, your happiness is a big part of that. So taking the high road, definitely. Obviously, shout out to people who are going through that right now. There's so many different people. We had Shayla on as a Go to Flower guest this season. We're doing a lot more with her. And you know, I don't know why we're doing a lot more with her. For a million reasons. One, she's freaking amazing. Two, her message is mint. Three, you guys have to follow her. New Earth, spirituality, plant medicine, all that and then some. It's not only that. It is not only that. There you go. So you can see the trees again for people watching me on YouTube. It's not only that. Going back to what I was saying in the previous episode about personal growth, about goals, season 3 looks completely different season 1 and 2 for 2 reasons. One, because I adapt with the times. Because right now my current schedule is not allowing me. Better said, I don't like being negative. So right now my current schedule is allowing me to concentrate more on my physical health and on my life priority side, which is like, I need to work X amount of hours in my current job so I can get to my current goal. Sometimes I have to do A, B, and C to get to D, basically. And even though that's not my main priority in life, because that's not my ideal job, even though I do appreciate what I do and I do appreciate where I work, I'd rather be doing the Always Believer all day, making more content, blah, blah, blah. And I need to do that, going through that part of quote unquote hell, if that makes sense, to get to my goals my future self can thank me for. I can thank myself, you know, whatever. So point being, season 3 looks different because I have to adapt. And also because I evolve. I'm trying new things. I like trying new things. I like trying different ways. I've heard a lot of your feedback as well. I think I'm still going to keep trying new and more things. And once again, when I vibe with someone, I vibe with someone. I love all my guests and I love people that I connect with. And there's some people I have more times than others because either our schedules align as well, but our energies also align. It's a mix of both. So going back to Shayla, we have her in the season quite a lot, and it's wonderful to see that as well, because as we talk in those episodes, we do talk about that our new earth, and we do talk about the awakening, and we do talk about going through the hardships and how it looks like for everyone. That's different, and that's so important to recognize. There's so much stuff you guys don't see. I share a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I don't share because, one, I'm not online all the time because F that noise. And it's not a you thing, it's a me thing. It's like, I can't be online all the time. And 2, even if you're not an online person, if you're just on Instagram for fun, you obviously are not sharing your life. Even if you don't have Instagram. I know plenty of people who don't. There's a lot of behind the scenes we don't see. And those are the hardships. So shout out to all those people who are putting in that work and that effort. You know? It's uncomfortable. That was my next line. It's annoying. My other next line. It is something that takes time, patience, and even more and more strength. For me, patience. I think the uncomfortable part, I'm getting used to it, and I'm kind of appreciating the uncomfortable part of reaping through my feelings and whatever I need to feel that moment. I feel like Damn, right? All right. As I was thinking. Reflecting, better said. I like the uncomfortableness, because through the uncomfortableness, I know I'm growing. Through my mistakes, I know I'm growing. Through my realness of showing you where I'm at, I'm growing. And for me, that's a beautiful thing. The patience now. I'm an Aries, and that's Scorpio. I'm a fire, energy, and I want everything done yesterday. So patience is something that I don't have much of with myself. So I'm learning to be kinder to myself. That's actually my shirt today, be kind. It takes time. I talk about it a lot in the last episode. It's baby steps. It's day in, day out. I'm also learning for my own benefit, and, stuff I work in therapy and whatnot. I'm learning how to be more patient with myself, how to be kinder with myself. I feel like that's my life lesson, apart from setting those boundaries, apart from, privilege, like energy to my, goodness gracious, access to my energy is a privilege. Also to be kinder to myself, to forgive myself, to be there for myself, to love myself, to hug myself, to know that if I want to go get a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or a chocolate milkshake, to be honest, usually it's my go-to before the coffee or wine. I'm like, yeah, it would be something like that. Like, what am I talking about? I love my chocolate milk. I drink a lot of chocolate milk. Anyways, talking about keeping your inner child alive and being real with you. Seriously though, it's absolutely wonderful to lose nothing. I don't even know what I'm saying, because I'm caught up in my feelings. My goodness gracious. Thank you for your patience, I swear. You want it real. Yeah. Okay, let's move on a little bit so I can actually get the words out of my mouth. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of growth, babes. It's been a lot of goodness and hardships all lined up into one. That's why I know this topic is really important, and it's kind of hard to summarize without a doubt. So, one of the quotes I did write on here, a quote that I wrote that I was just like, when I do my notes for the episodes, I love that right now you're hearing the police, like that noise right now. If you're listening to that through the podcast or through the YouTube video, that's what we're listening to right now. And I started noticing that the moments that I'm speaking the most truth, or I'm listening to something on YouTube for spiritual healers or tarot readers, there's usually a loud noise, and even if you associate the ambulance or police with a bad noise, usually it's still a loud noise as a reminder. It's like a bell. It's like the modern bell, basically. So once again, that's a little bit more spiritual than what maybe some people who are listening understand, but what it means in layman's terms is whenever you're speaking through your most truth and your most inner self, if you hear not a loud, it doesn't have to be a loud noise, but it's like a reminder. It's like angel numbers. It's like, yes, keep going. Yes, keep doing it. What you're doing, even though it's an episode that you have paused a lot and you have tears basically, because you're going to cry right after this, and happy cry, and just be thankful and grateful and immersed in this moment. You're doing what you need to do, because this message is for someone out there who's going through the hardship and might feel alone. And this is why I started the Always Believer. This is why I'm here today. This is why I'm showing you who I am, and this is why I'm being brave, because I feel like this is what brave looks like. This is what confidence looks like, and it takes some time. And I'm being posting body pictures, things. I have to tag him. I have to talk about body positive and all that. I have to tag him, and I have to go talk to them again because we have a podcast episode happening. Anyways, Christina, oh my god, yes. Anyways, seriously, being more vulnerable is being more brave, and me standing here or sitting here in front of you it just goes to show that this is what the world needs. So yeah, let me just continue and finally read and wrap this up once and for all. So I wrote, nothing grows from easy. Nothing grows from soil that is easy. Everything takes time. You need to do the hard things so you can see yourself and your projects go stronger and brighter than ever before. Nature. I'm a city girl all you want. I'm gonna adore raising our kids in the city. I don't know forever, who knows, because I'm not the same person I was this morning, so who knows. However, we're very city inclined. However, nature is a huge part of who I am. It's something I take very seriously. This is why I go to the beach often, because that is nature. That is one with the ocean and one with the vibes for me. And if you think of nature, a tree, literally right behind me, all these trees behind me, they didn't grow overnight. It's soil, it's hard. It takes time. So like we said, do the hard things now so your future self can thank you. It sucks. It's gonna suck. It's gonna bring out sides of you and versions of you that you didn't know existed, and that's all good things. Because coming out on the other side, you get this face, you get this vibe, you get this energy, and you get to a whole different version of yourself that you did not know existed, and you're so happy that it exists. And to think that you're still going through it, and to think that even after you go through hell, you embrace everything you've learned, and then you know there's going to be another mountain to climb. By the way, Miley Cyrus, The Climb, best song ever. Please listen to it, because it's all about the climb. It's not what's waiting on the other side. That's essentially what it is. I know it's exhausting, and you're like, oh, another one? And another one? And honey, it's going to be another one of the same rock until you learn until you learn how to move the rock, basically, you know? Watch Moana, for example. One of my favorite movies is literally that. So, all that being said and done, be mindful of yourself and all the hard work that you're doing as well. Be kind to yourself. Do it today so your future self can thank you. And when I say future self, I do not mean in 5 years' time. I mean tomorrow. I mean tonight. I mean after listening to this episode, whenever you listen to this episode, you go do something for yourself. Go cry it out, vent it out, journal out, do something for yourself. And you're like, holy fudge. Did I just swear? I think I just swore. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I did that. Or insert your name here. Thank you. Thank yourself. It's worth it. And for last, and definitely not least, my goodness gracious, I'm also here to remind you that it's always worth it, because you are worthy of the grandest, most sparkliest things. You are worthy of so much love, of so much light, of so much joy. You are worth so much more than what you see in that mirror every day. Go out and manifest your daily life. Go talk to yourself in a kinder way. You are worthy of love day in, day out. And if no one reminded you that today, let me be that reminder, and let yourself be that reminder. Write it on a post-it note, stick it into your gosh darn mirror, and say, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of my multi-billion-dollar business. I am worthy of being an amazing, extraordinary mom to my kids, who is healing, who is real, who is apologetic, who is a gentle parent. I am worthy of all that. I am worthy of going to the spa once a month. I'm worthy of going to the hairdresser once a month. I am worthy of buying comics once a month. Because I deserve all the greatest things in life. With that, can't wait to hear your comments down below. To listen. Here, I don't hear your comments, but to read your comments down below. Let's do today's question. What is today's question for this podcast? I didn't write question on my notes. Interesting. So let's make one up on the spot. I think the easiest question I can ask you, which would be a difficult one for you, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you to remind yourself that I'm here for you as a reminder that you're not alone, that life isn't all sunshines and rainbows. However, life is everything you want it to be and more. So with today's question, whoever is brave enough to answer, at the comments or just with yourself, start with yourself, that's okay, is what is one hard thing that you're going to do for yourself today or this week in general? Is it go to therapy finally? Is it calling the nutritionist and saying, hey, I need help? Is it setting boundaries? Is it releasing toxic people from your life? Is it walking away? Is it taking the higher road? Is it quitting your job and saying, F it, I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna take a leap, I'm gonna work on myself? Is it journaling? Is it journaling to the point of like, I didn't let my writer, no, journaling as in writing all your thoughts. I did this in the cleanse in Libra new moon last month. There was a TikTok about it. I was not expecting to make one. It got a lot of hits. Not because, oh my God, I'm famous. No, it's just because it's a very powerful one. It's a very intense one that I absolutely adore that needed to come out. And I just want to show you a realer side of me in that kind of sense. There's a lot more coming if you guys want more. What's one hard thing that you're going to do that you've been thinking of and you're like, do I do it, do I not do it? I'm so comfortable, I'm so comfortable, I'm so cozy right now under these blankets, like I'm fine, like why am I doing that, why? It's okay if he treats me that way, it's okay if she treats me that way, it's okay if they talk to me, it's okay to... Tell us, if you like. Tell yourself first. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Thank you so much for being here. Thank yourself today. Look how far you've come. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for existing. And always, always reach out, not only to me, of course, but there are therapists in the world. We're in this together. See you next Monday. Basically, you know where to reach me. And if anything resonated with you of the above, as always, please share, comment, love, like, as much as you can. The more you do it, the more I do this, and the more we do this, the bigger the community, the bigger the things, the bigger the rewards for all of us, you know. That's simple as that. All right. Hug tighter, love stronger. Always believe. I love you all. See you soon. Bye.